Welcome. Today we are unpacking CLIP, one of the most influential ideas in modern AI. CLIP stands for Contrastive Language Image Pre-training. It is the technology that lets a computer look at a photo and understand it using plain English. If you have ever used image search, text-to-image generators like Stable Diffusion, or asked a chatbot about a picture, there is a good chance CLIP, or something inspired by it, is quietly working under the hood. In the next few minutes we will explain what it is, how it learns, and why it changed the game. Let us start with the core problem. Computers see images as grids of numbers, and they read text as a different kind of data entirely. For a long time these two worlds were separate. An image classifier could tell a cat from a dog, but only because someone hand-labeled thousands of cats and dogs. It had no real understanding of language. CLIP set out to bridge that gap, teaching a single model to connect pictures and words in the same shared space. Here is the key idea. CLIP has two parts working together. The first is an image encoder, which turns any picture into a list of numbers called a vector. The second is a text encoder, which turns any sentence into a vector too. The goal is simple but powerful. A photo of a golden retriever and the caption a photo of a dog should land in nearly the same spot. Things that mean the same thing should sit close together, regardless of whether they started as pixels or words. So how does it actually learn this? Through something called contrastive learning. Imagine a training batch with a grid of images down one side and their matching captions along the top. CLIP looks at every possible pairing. For each image, the correct caption is the positive match, and all the other captions in the batch are negative, or wrong, matches. The model is rewarded for pulling the correct pairs closer together and pushing the incorrect pairs further apart. Contrast the right answer against the wrong ones. That is where the name contrastive comes from. The scale is what made CLIP special. Instead of a small hand-labeled dataset, the original CLIP was trained on 400 million image and text pairs scraped from the public internet. Think of every photo online with a caption, an alt-text tag, or a description nearby. That free, naturally occurring supervision meant CLIP learned an enormous range of visual concepts without anyone manually labeling them. The internet itself became the teacher. Now here is the magic trick that got everyone excited. Because CLIP understands language, it can classify images it was never explicitly trained to recognize. This is called zero-shot classification. You simply write out candidate labels as sentences, like a photo of a cat, a photo of a car, a photo of a pizza. CLIP encodes each one, compares them to the image, and picks the closest match. No retraining, no new labeled data. You just describe the classes in words and it figures out the rest. Let us make this concrete with a quick example. Say you want to build an app that sorts holiday photos. With a traditional classifier you would need to collect and label examples of beaches, mountains, and cities first. With CLIP you write 3 text prompts, a photo of a beach, a photo of a mountain, a photo of a city, encode them once, and compare every photo against them. The category with the highest similarity score wins. You build a custom classifier with no training at all. CLIP also powers semantic image search, which feels almost like magic. You pre-compute a vector for every image in your library and store them. When a user types a query like a red bicycle in the rain, you encode that text into a vector and find the image vectors closest to it. Because text and images share the same space, searching with words across millions of pictures becomes a fast vector lookup. This is the engine behind many modern photo search features. Beyond search, CLIP became a foundational building block for generative AI. Early versions of text-to-image systems used CLIP to steer the image generation toward the words in your prompt. It acts like a judge, scoring how well a generated image matches the requested text and nudging the process in the right direction. Many vision language chatbots that can describe and reason about images trace their lineage back to this contrastive approach of aligning pictures and words. Of course, CLIP is not perfect, and it is important to know the limits. Because it learned from the open internet, it absorbed the biases and stereotypes present in that data, which raises real fairness concerns. It can struggle with fine-grained details, counting objects, or reading text inside images. And it reflects the world as it existed in its training data, so very new or rare concepts may confuse it. Using it responsibly means testing for these failure modes, not assuming it is always right. If you want to try it yourself, the good news is it is very accessible. The open source community released models like OpenClip, and you can load a pre-trained clip in just a few lines of Python using popular libraries from Hugging Face. You feed in an image and a list of text labels, and get back similarity scores. It runs on a modest GPU, and even on a laptop for smaller models. It is a great weekend project for understanding multimodal AI hands-on. Let us recap. Clip connects images and text by mapping both into one shared vector space. It learns through contrastive training, pulling matching pairs together and pushing mismatches apart, across hundreds of millions of internet pairs. That unlocks zero-shot classification, powerful semantic search, and a foundation for generative and vision language models. Just remember its biases and blind spots. If this helped click for you, follow for more clear AI explainers, and tell me in the comments what you would build with it. Thanks for watching.